Good afternoon, scientists. Welcome to Science Lab Friday. And today, in our science lab, we're going to get back with those crystals, those jelly crystals that we've had so much fun with. My hair is blowing in the wind today. I look more like a mad scientist. And we're going to make some jelly crystals, and we're going to mix kind of the first two experiments that we've done. We've done some stuff with absorbent crystals last time, but even before that, we made some experiments with our colored water, and I've got it right here. Now, the window's open. I've got it right here, and the sunlight's streaming through this. It's making my hair crazy. But the reason I want to do that is so you can see how beautiful these colors are. We've done a lot with these colors, and I want you to be able to see them. So the other thing is that this experiment calls for the flat base with the little holes in it. But we're not going to use that because it will be harder to see. So I'm going to use these like we did before. So we're going to adjust our experiment a little bit, and that's why they call it an experiment. You're trying things out, testing to see what works. Had I done it in the flat dish, you wouldn't be able to see, so I'm going to tweak the experiment a little bit and make it so that you can see. Now, if you remember last time we made the jelly crystals, we put them in there, we looked at them, and they didn't do a whole lot while we were still on the video. But it was when I came back after U-Haul that night that they had really gotten beautiful. So what I will do is we'll do our experiment today. And I'll set them up in the window like I did the last time. And then when I come home from U-Haul tonight, I'll take a video of them, or probably tomorrow. I hate to bother you guys late on a Friday night. But probably tomorrow, or maybe even Sunday, or possibly Monday. Monday's probably the better day. I don't want to bother Mom and Dad on the weekend. So I'll take a video of them and then just text that out to Mom and Dad so that you can see that. Okay? So here we go. The first thing that you will need is you'll need your experiment paper that Miss Bobby made for us. This is the one that's got the experiment at the top. I hope you can see it. I know there's a glare here. We're just going to have to, let me try that. Is that a little better? We're just going to have to kind of work with it. We've got lots of different things going on in our science lab today. It says experiment at the top. I'll hold it close for you. This one right here. There. You see it? That's the one you'll need. And the paper you'll need today is this. This is the one that lists our experiments. Now, the information that you need on here is right here, and I'll circle it for you. Today, we're doing Activity 5, jelly crystals. This is the one we're doing right here. I've circled it for you. Activity 5, jelly crystals. So as you're filling in this paper, all the information you will need is right here. Tells you what your materials are, tells you what the experiment name is. It's called jelly crystals. Okay? So we'll set that aside and we'll come back to that. But I want to review, last time we talked about, we mixed our colors. We had our three basic colors here, our red, our blue, and our yellow. And we call these primary colors. Your red, yellow, and blue are called the primary colors. And those are the basic colors from which many other different colors are made. So I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to let you see it a little bit. The primary colors. Okay, the primary colors are, what did we say on our test tube? This one, and this one. Okay, you can write these down. They are red, yellow, and blue. Okay, these are the primary colors. Now, one of the things that we did in our very second, I believe it was our second experiment, we mixed these colors and we made 3 new colors from these colors. Those 3 colors that you make are called the secondary colors. So let me write that down for you. Secondary. And here they are. If you mix red and yellow, and you may have done this from looking at your box of crayons. Your box of crayons is really great for this. Red and yellow together make orange. Remember when we held them together, we kind of crossed them a little bit? Red and yellow make orange together. Red and blue together make purple. Remember that? And yellow and blue together make green. All right? So when we do our colors today, our secondary colors that we're going to make are orange, I hope you get outside today. That air feels so nice and fresh. Orange, purple, and green. Okay. So let's look at our experiment and see what it says. It says, jelly crystals. From the kit, you'll need colored water from the previous activity. Here it is in my test tubes, right here. And a bag of super absorbent crystals. Here it is. We've had fun with these. They are fun, fun, fun. I might order some more of these for next year. But as always, these are made of chemicals. They are never, never, never use a science experiment for anything other than what it's intended. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it on your skin. Use it exactly the way the science experiment tells you to. Because if you don't, you could get hurt, and I don't want anybody to get hurt. All right. Then it says, a notebook and pencil to record your observations. That's why we've got our sheet right here. All right. So it says, try it. Once you filled your mixing tray, remember me telling you that flat tray that we're not going to use, with colors that you love, add a pinch of super absorbent crystals to each well. It says now 5 to 8. So that's not very many. So a little pinch is a little pinch. So first of all, let's get the colors set aside. All right. Let's do... Be careful not to use too much. I'm going to do some red. Yellow. Here's the red. I didn't show that to you. I'm sorry. There's the red. A little bit of yellow. Just kind of cover the bottom with those. Yellow. And last one is blue. Pour a little bit in there and I'll pull it up for you. Okay, there's the blue. You can see it in there. And now, those were the primary colors, and now we're going to do the secondary colors. So the first one that we mixed, were the yellow and the red. And what color did we get when we did yellow and red? We got orange. So let's try that. Let's go. A little bit. Whoop. A lot of bit. A little bit. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That still looks a little red to me. Let's put a little more yellow. We can get a little more in there. There we go. It's kind of a orangey red. A little heavy on the red. Sorry about that. And then let's go with, let's do the yellow and the blue made green. All out of yellow. Let's go easy on the blue. Oh, that's a pretty one. That's a nice green right there. That's a good one. That one turned out well. And now let's do the red and the blue. should make purple. Perfect. There we go. We got a purple. So let's review. Primary colors. Red. I knew I was going to do that. Yellow. Little bit of yellow left. I spilled it. A little bit of yellow there, right there. And blue is the last primary color. Hard to do and hold up. I need more hands. And then our secondary colors that we made were orange, purple. That's a nice purple too. I like that color. And a green. Our green is really nice too. So now let's see what happens when we put the crystals in them. Okay? So here's my crystals. And it says just a pinch. So not very many at all. Just a pinch. That's about right. I'll hold this up so you can see me. Just put a little bit. They just said 5 to 8. Not very many at all. About 5 in there. And orange. And green. And then the purple. Let's see. Put a couple more. I know you can't see this, and I'm sorry. I'm just dropping some more in there. I'll show you. I'll hold them up for you. That's the hard part of doing this on YouTube. It's hard to see. So you can see if I hold these up, you can kind of see the crystals floating around in there. Can you see if I tip it a little bit? See them kind of floating down in there? And remember, last time we did this experiment, we talked about them kind of turning from white to clear, but I don't see them getting very clear yet. Let's see on the next one. Here's the yellow. I'll be careful with Mr. Yellow because I've already spilled him. I'm not his friend today. You just kind of see those rattling around in there. A bit of crystals in there. And here's the blue. Which one of these is your favorite color? Those look like they're getting a little bigger, don't they? Yeah, I can see them getting bigger. Which one is your favorite color? Here's my orange. Yeah, that's a nice orange. Turned out nicely, didn't it? See them in there? Those crystals down at the bottom. There's the green ones floating down there in the bottom. And here's the purple ones. They're kind of hard to see. There they are. See them down in there? Okay, now we'll leave the experiment here. What we're going to do is you write down the materials that you need, and then we're going to draw a picture of our results. And you probably can't do it right now because at this point we only have half the experiment done, so we need to let it go a little longer. and then we'll put the rest of the video up a little later when we can see them all. But if you use your power of prediction and remember the way these looked when we did them with the clear crystals, think about what happened. Do you remember how we put just a little bit in there? There weren't very many. The crystals were down at the bottom. The water was kind of high. The crystals were down at the bottom. And all of a sudden they got huge. They were all the way up to here. So we'll see. That was with a scoop of crystals. So these will probably be shorter. But I bet they'll be beautiful. I bet they'll be lovely. So we'll look at that together when we get up into next week a little bit. This is our last official video. We'll do the results. So I guess maybe we've got one more. But good job on this. You've done well with these videos. I'm just crazy proud of you. You've done a lot of work. Your parent helpers have been amazing. Your adult helpers, I can't thank them enough. It's been a good school year. I look forward to next year and continuing, kind of picking up where we left off on some things and moving on to some other things. But I wish you all a good day. Next week's packets will be all just summer packets for you. They are work. You can work on them during the week, but we won't be turning these in. So I'd like you to just use your skills that you know to complete these packets for this. If you haven't turned in your science book, I need those in. Likewise, any papers that you haven't turned in to me have to be turned in this week as soon as possible. I think the cutoff day for them is the 21st. And if I don't have a paper, I can't grade it in the grade book, so it's got to be a 0, which it doesn't go well in your grades. So please, 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 if you look around your bedroom, look around the kitchen, look around your study area, any papers that you find that you haven't turned in, make sure you get them to me, okay? Again, I'm proud of you. You've been fantastic. It's been good. We've done some good science experiments. We've had some great Bible lessons, some great math lessons. I liked our stories that we read this year. We read a lot of good stories. And so we'll get together for one more video so that you can see the results of this experiment. But I wish you well. If you need anything, have any questions, you call me. Take care. Bye-bye.